Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're watching Farscape. Hey guys, well welcome back to the channel. Today we are watching episode 10 of season 2 of Farscape. The last episode was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of body swapping. Well, essence swapping, going from body to body. And by the end of the episode, you know, we saw a difference in Chiana and Dargo, and also with John and Aaron. Now, Rigel was kind of like back to being ignored. I don't think he gets ignored. I just think that like he kind of puts himself in the position that like most people don't want to listen to him because of how he approaches things, which I'm like, that sounds like a you problem, buddy. Like if people aren't listening to you, then maybe you need to work on your approach. And, you know, of course, Pilot being back in Pilot's body, you know, I don't know if there is any repercussions of that, but the two couples got to experience each other in a completely different way that nobody really would have ever expected. Now, I feel like that's going to, you know, give a little bit of empathy to each other. I would hope that like, you know, Aaron and John both experiencing what it's like to be in Rigel's body kind of like can see like, why the Rigel that we get is so bombastic and out loud and like tries to be so big all the time. And you know, like I really think that we're gonna get like a lot more empathy for Pilot, you know, kind of being in his body and experiencing what it's like to be Pilot and how that feels and what it's like, and just it's overwhelming. So I think that is such an interesting way for characters to get to know each other literally on a deeper level, but like in a way that like, I don't know how many other television shows or movies do body swaps, but you know, like a Freaky Friday, vice versa kind of deal. Like I feel like it does give you an opportunity to understand what it's like to be that other person and what it's like to be in their shoes. And I'm really excited about that. Now, Chiana and Dargo were very flirty. I don't know if they were headed to a room to get it on. And I don't know if John and Aaron, like she like kind of joked around about getting in his pants and then he went chasing after her. So I don't really know what the end of that episode was. Like I was just like, no, there needs to be like another scene or we open right after it. And I don't think we're going to do that. So that's a little sucky, but it is a Farscape episode, so who knows what we're going to get. It could be something that takes all of that and is a jumping off point, or, you know, we never hear about it again, or if we do, it's in like season 4. So I'm really looking forward to getting into this episode, guys, so let's go. Hey, Captain Leatherpants.
Prowler needs one of those Moya propulsor control units.
From my module? I don't think so.
Oh, it's a matter of priorities, Crichton. You know which ship is more important.
Ooh. Yes, I know which one is more important to you.
Yes, the one that can actually get us out of trouble if we come under attack.
True.
I know someone who will soon be under attack if they don't.
Aaron?
Yes, Mr. Bad News.
Moya's sensors have
That looks
just
very
picked
intimate.
something up. It appears to be actively tracking us.
You were right. Put it in.
Talon?
It doesn't even seem to be a physical object.
Not Talon.
Just energy.
Oh.
I can't get a visual, but I estimate it will be upon us within 15 microns.
Jeez. Whoa, is it shooting? Or no? Whoa.
What do you mean it's inside, Moya?
It's in her? Oh no. Oh. Wild. It's an alien, I'm betting. Gnarly. Is it scanning them? Is it trying to find somebody in particular? Oh! Okay, it went through the ship. Is it trying to find Pilot?
Aaron. Aim high.
Yeah.
Shoot it.
No! Oh! You don't know what that could do. Well, that's not good. Dang it! You know what? I also forgot to put my engagement ring on. I'll be right back. Yeah. Sweating.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Where's Crichton?
Inside, it sucked him in.
Can someone please tell me what the yachts I'm looking at?
Oh, it's going underneath.
I can't make sense of these readings. There are energy fluctuations. It's putting Moya under a great deal of stress.
I bet. But how do we know John's even okay in there? Can he breathe? Is he being electrocuted?
Vacate the area immediately.
Don't blow a hole in Moya, please. Oh. Okay, John. Wait, more people. What is that? A Bigfoot sighting on Moya in space. Oh, hello. Nice running into you.
Keep your comms open and do not move until I say so. Just do it!
I mean, if Dargo is saying something, just listen.
I got sucked into that.
You were inside it.
is
You
he
don't remember
okay?
anything.
I remember light, and I was...
John, where have you cut yourself?
No, I'm not cut.
It was the creature. You weren't the only thing to come out of that sphere. Dargo's tracking it down now.
Right, I better go help him.
John, you're in no condition.
No, I'm okay. I just...
No, you're not, John. You're literally sitting on the ground freezing.
Well, I don't care how busy they are. I need more DRDs.
All right, take it you're not having any luck.
Well, yeah, where could it have gone? It doesn't know where to go on this ship.
If I see the creature, you'll be the first to know.
I'll be sure to follow your screams.
What about that all-powerful Luxon nose? You're always complaining you can smell me. Can't you sniff this thing out?
I mean, that's a good question.
I would, except all I can smell is Crichton.
Oh, well, it probably has Crichton all over it.
This can't be right. As far as I can tell, you received no injuries while you were in that sphere.
Is that a bad thing?
Well, it means that this blood has to have come from the creature, but
But what?
It's your blood.
John, this blood is yours.
Yeah. That's why Dargo can smell Crichton. But how? She's gonna see it. Ah! Oh, it went to John's quarters.
Whatever you came for, you take it, okay?
I mean, except body parts or blood.
You know my name?
Did we do another body swap kind of thing? What is going on?
I don't understand.
Neanderthal. Caveman. Oh. Dargo is not gonna be nice to you, sir. No, you're not. You're confused.
It can't be.
It can't be. How is that possible? They have different teeth, different nose? Like a Neanderthal? Like, is it from his DNA?
We're gonna go see Zan, okay? She's gonna figure out what's going on.
Zan, good.
Aww.
Good.
Please don't shoot him.
Whoa!
No, it's okay.
Yeah, explain this to them. I dare you.
Where did you find him? And what the hell is he doing in my flight suit?
He was in your quarters. He thinks he's you.
I mean, according to the blood test, he is.
Who are you? You wanna stick with that routine? You wanna be the next to mess with me? Well, get in line.
No.
Yeah, calm down.
It's bad enough being spat out of some green blob. Now I got Quasimodo here saying he's me.
Oh, Quasimodo.
What do you want? You tell me. Tell me what you want, and maybe I can get it for you.
He can't. He can barely
Don't touch
even communicate properly. Oh, I was hoping Zan would come through with something, but I mean, hopefully it didn't kill him.
Please tell me that was just a sleep shot.
It was.
Okay, good. Jeez.
I've run a full analysis on the blood. There are some minute chromosomal differences, but apart from that, it's exactly the same as yours.
It's got my blood.
Jenna's right. It's got a lot more than that.
That's nuts. I mean, who in their right mind would want a copy of me, much less this caveman version.
Well, I mean, I don't want a caveman version.
Yeah, it's a primitive ancestor. They were supposed to have looked like that.
You had ancestors that looked like that.
What did yours look like?
Probably looked like Rigel, but worse.
Energy fluctuations have recommenced.
So shoot. Is this gonna happen to everybody? I mean, I just need to know, like, why? Oh. Like, that's like hull integrity, yes?
Let's get the hell out of here.
It didn't spit out another person, did it?
Crichton, you better get up here.
Yeah, there's another one. So wait, the caveman one, less evolved, and then John, and is this a higher evolved being of John Crichton? Yeah, lick those lips, girl. I get it. I get it. Oh, here up I could do without, but...
Aaron,
Don't move.
look, I'm freezing here. Why the hell are you pointing a gun at me?
Who are you?
John Crichton.
I don't think so. For a start, John has more hair. Amongst other things. Gonna blame that on feeling cold?
Oh, that's so insulting. But, like, you know, she does know him.
I understand why you're doing this.
Peacekeeper outfit, really? It's like the evolution of John Crichton. Crazy.
At least you can talk, so start. Who are you and what do you know about the sphere? I understand the bizarreness of the situation, but I'm telling you the truth. I am John Crichton. I'm John Crichton. I don't doubt that you're telling the truth. We're making progress. I get to be me. Ergo, you are not me.
Really, John, this long in space and you can't think broader?
In my memories, I look like you. I perceive myself as having led your life. I don't believe you. I didn't think that you would.
So he didn't exist anywhere else until now.
When the Farscape project received funding, what did I do? Celebrated with Dad, DK, and Alex. Drank a little too much champagne that cost way too much. Argued with DK. Wait, what argument? He thought that things were going too smoothly, that something had to go wrong.
It did.
You do remember? Yeah, I told him he was full of crap. Completely forgotten that.
Pilot! New activity from the sphere.
Aaron, stay with him, see what you can find out about the sphere.
Interesting that, like, he has all of John's memories, and John couldn't even remember that. It's what a great way to, like, separate your memories.
It appears that the sphere is generating some sort of interdimensional portal.
Oh,
Whoa, this Bob is creating a dimensional hole.
great.
And is actively trying to pull us through. Know anything about this?
How many times, Aaron? I don't know anything.
All right, pilot, you got any ideas?
I mean, I believe him.
What about starburst? Perhaps we can blast clear of it.
The portal is being generated by the sphere, and the sphere is inside Moya.
Yeah, we gotta get the sphere out of Moya.
Give me your comms.
Why?
I have an idea. Give me your comms.
Listen to him. I trust him.
Do you want to be pulled through to another dimension?
No, but perhaps you do.
I'm not some interdimensional alien. If the ship gets pulled through, I get pulled through as well. So give me your comms. Aaron, trust me.
Not with those teeth.
Fine, then at least get them a message. Tell them to use the defense screen. It's all we've got.
It's on the outside, though.
The defense screen. We use it to counteract the pull of the dimensional hole.
Wait, did John come up with that, or did Aaron already say that to him?
The defense screen deflects energy, right? Right. So we use it to counteract the pull. I'm in Bill and Ted land here, so I'm open to suggestion.
Crichton, your mutation has a suggestion.
Oh, good.
Listen, you have to use the defense screen to counteract
The pull of the dimensional hole. Man, I hope we're both right.
Sounds like he knew what you were thinking.
Yeah. It's like they're connected.
And it won't work if they don't set it up right.
Aaron, get me to the maintenance bay.
Well, how... If he came up with it, and you're coming up with it, he'll come up with it.
At gunpoint.
I'm like, she trusts John Crichton. Not bald John Crichton.
I'm afraid you're gonna have to recalibrate.
Okay.
We are not recalibrating anything. We give this thing everything we've got. The settings have to be synchronized with readings from the sphere, or they'll never counteract the pull.
That's...
They have to be synchronized. Recalibrate to 85%.
Yeah, just like the last episode when it had to be at 62%.
Do it now!
Doing it.
We good?
The screen's deflecting the sphere's energy back on itself. It stopped dragging us in.
You son of a bitch.
Huh. 2Us are actually kind of useful. Oh, buddy. Oh, God. Gotta
It's okay.
keep scaring this guy. It's gonna eat you.
What happened?
You lost it for a microt. You remember?
Sphere.
Is it like different instincts? It's like John's intellect and like the mixture of John, and then this is his base. Like, I'm trying to figure this out.
What is your name, right? Who you are?
She's trying to figure him out, and I love that about her.
John, no more. Gone.
What does that mean?
Well, it doesn't look as though we'll learn anything here.
That's not necessarily true.
Well, they're really ill.
Apparently, another Crichton.
Another.
Hello, Pip.
Just overflowing with Crichtons right now.
I don't suppose he's told you anything useful about the sphere.
You don't have to go through me. Ask him yourself.
Would there really be any point? Looking at him, however, does raise some interesting possibilities. There seems to be a pattern to my replication.
Don't you mean Crichton's replications?
Hmm?
Indeed. He is the original. And on the one hand, we have this version who seems barely able to think, and on the other hand...
You.
So, Smarty Pants hasn't gotten any empathy. I prefer our John.
Have you attempted to communicate with the sphere?
It hasn't responded to any of my signals, but it is sending out a number of its own. Commander Crichton has already started looking at them.
Of course he has.
Because he's in charge. Who do you think... I was going to say, who do you think you are? He thinks he's John Crichton. Duh.
You can't hear that?
It's a ball.
Whoa.
Translating to alien brainwave pattern, you incapacitated our sample collection vessel, resulting in the loss of the targeted sample. Internal repairs have been completed, but our vessel cannot return unless it carries at least one of the target samples. If the sample is not placed within the vessel, it will automatically retrieve all biological matter within 1 meter of its radius.
Oh, that's not good.
We do not wish to harm you. Place one of the targeted sample into our vessel.
One must go back.
They're probably going to choose you, buddy, and that sucks. But, like, what sample? I mean, obviously it was targeting... I don't know what it was targeting. It took a sample from John. So does it mean that it just needs a sample of John?
A sample.
Yes, apparently that's what I am.
And
There
one
we
of the
go.
spheres not got what it came for.
It's gonna take all of us.
To another dimension. Sorry, Crichton. Perhaps we can spare each of you a small last meal.
What a little weasel.
One of me.
You mean we're going to be left with 2 of you?
Well, why can't both of them just go back?
Look, just because the sphere wants a Crichton, it doesn't mean it has to be you, okay?
Well,
What about the guy with the big head? Hey, you got just as much right to be here as he does.
I think so, too.
A remarkable device.
Cranio Crichton? Is that what that said?
I just wish you'd chosen some other life to study. Why me?
Because you're the most interesting of the group.
Never seen anything like us
like me before.
Yeah.
Your replication, or should I say my creation, is a byproduct of its research.
Enough! All I know is that I want to get rid of it.
Yeah, same.
And unfortunately, we have an answer. We return the most expendable one of us.
Oh, you jerk. He's definitely lacking Crichton's empathy.
Are you going to say he's wrong? Let's just give the sphere the hairy bastard and get it the frill out of here.
I knew that's the way it was going to go. I disagree with it.
What are we going to chuck him to the sphere like he's nothing? We can't do that. I can.
Oh, Rigel.
But
We just bought ourselves a couple of barns, and we're going to use it to find another solution.
No, you're losing perspective.
No, I am widening my perspective.
I agree.
That is what I do. That's what makes me me.
Yep.
Crichton, what's the alternative? I try and shoot at this thing again.
Aaron, that is a bad plan. You really don't want another me.
I'd love to see what we'd get, though.
Since when did we take the easy way out?
Ooh, yeah.
Is anyone with me on this?
No one sees value in the other Crichton. I do. He's alive and he's breathing.
I want every reading you have on that sphere.
Very well, Crichton.
I mean, both Crichtons that don't belong here need to go back, is essentially what it is. Thinking that one's expendable is... That's...
You know Crichton.
Yeah.
You are him, for God's sake. Look, I promise you, he's not gonna quit.
Nope.
Till he fixes this.
No Crichton. Say Moya. Say Pip.
Yeah.
Only one answer.
I mean, unless that guy decides to sacrifice himself.
You may find a solution here if you try.
No, this is over.
You're just going to give up.
I'm going to face reality.
This is reality.
No, this is futile.
You are not the John Crichton I know.
No, not at all.
Look at what's happened to me. How could I be?
I wonder if you can also see what you have lost. Your logic may be firm, but it is cold.
But correct. When all the options have been exhausted, the John Crichton you know will reach the same conclusion.
I don't think so.
I get there quicker. That's the only difference. And I know that you'll get there too.
Thank you for calling that out, Zan. I know I talk up John Crichton all the time. He's absolutely one of the best characters on the show, and he's my favorite.
I want you to know that if you have to get rid of one of the Crichtons, I'm there for you.
I appreciate the offer, Dargo, but I'm not giving up yet.
That's why I love John.
But I also want you to know that if you don't start facing reality soon, I'm gonna face it for you!
Just give me some more time.
Crichton!
Why does it have to be such a quick answer? Like, sacrificing somebody's life shouldn't be such a quick and easy decision. Well, I think we just lost a defense shield.
The defense screen's down to its last power cell.
Yeah.
It cannot be recharged while the screen is active. You must do something now!
Cranial Crichton's gotta go.
It's time. I know. Would you like me to take care of it?
Maybe all three could go back in. It can get a complete
How can you
sample.
sound so calm.
I know.
You think I don't feel for him?
No.
Of course I do. But I'm prepared to do what has to be done. Now, would you like me to take care of it? No. I'll take care of it. Don't feel bad. You knew this moment was coming.
Okay, I was like, oh no, just put the two back that don't belong here. But like, all three go in. I bet it leaves Crichton be. Oh, Chiana.
Looking for someone?
Gianna.
What? You think I'd just let you kill him? I set him free.
Look at her.
Oh!
You watch it.
Do you know what you've done?
Okay, this is not okay.
He dies, we live.
We have two choices left.
Two, I'm the one who's supposed to be here. Do you think I should go in there?
Yeah?
Yes, all three.
You think this guy's nothing? He's you! He's warm, he's sensitive, he's everything I ever liked about you.
Yeah.
I'm guessing you're not going to volunteer to go in the sphere.
Correct.
Yeah, we're not getting rid of John.
What do you suggest I do now? Turn around and start hunting Crichton?
It would make sense.
To you, yes. But you don't belong here. You're a mistake. So you better pray we find the other one.
Aaron.
Not shocked. Not shocked.
Sorry.
Are you? You're all logic. There's no sorry in there whatsoever.
Bony-ass little bitch. What were you thinking?
What was I thinking?
I am tired of him speaking to women like this.
What are you doing?
The first Crichton I see gets this in the back of his head.
No way!
Yes way, and I don't care which one it is. It's your doing, Gianna.
Nigel!
Little jerk. I still think that all three need to go in. That way they're all recombined. Oh. But if they all recombine, then it'll just spit John out.
How did I know where to find you?
Yeah.
I knew where I'd go if I wanted to hide.
Yeah. You guys are all connected.
I found him. Meet me in the maintenance bay. On my way.
And that one's the logical Crichton, so that's the one that already knows kind of how this is going to go down. Shit. Twice I've seen horrible CG in the middle of the hallway.
John, you had your chance, and you blew it. You couldn't face reality. Face reality? We were saving ourselves at someone else's expense.
Thank you.
It wasn't worth saving.
Why was he not worth saving?
Remember the way you first saw the ape man? How you could legitimize sacrificing him? That's the way I see you.
Well, okay. Quick moves there. Jeez.
You ever want to know what it was like to have him as friends? Just think back to when you were me. You're very judgmental for someone who's still hiding.
I was gonna say, hiding or preparing?
We're out of time.
You can't shoot him, because he's you.
Bet you didn't guess that move. You're very predictable. I prefer to think of it as reliable.
Yeah. Which I'm sure he saw as a bad thing somehow.
I could never really be me with you still around. You think you're ever gonna be anything but an outsider? Better than dying.
Is it?
So you're the future. I'm glad I won't be here to see it.
Okay. Group hug, jump in.
Dead? Yeah.
Oh, God. Yeah, that's definitely that animal instinct.
Hey, you don't have to do that. Want to? Not my place. Don't belong. Look, I don't really belong here either.
I know, but...
Your time, your place.
You do belong here, John.
My fate, I accept. I understand.
Gianna's right. He is all the good things about John. His bravery, his self-sacrifice.
Good luck.
Well, I'm glad all three didn't have to go in to just spit John back out. I said, we have a lot of repairs we gotta make, right?
You did what you thought was right, John.
And I did what I knew was wrong.
Yeah.
The future Crichton. That makes you wonder if that's where we're headed.
Maybe, maybe not.
It's only one possible genetic path.
Yeah, but it's possible. That's the problem.
John wears that so heavily on those shoulders of his. Glad he's not taking it lightly, though. Another amazing episode. Okay. My Three Crichtons. I didn't actually see the title of the episode until just now, and that makes total sense. I'm glad I didn't see it before, because I would have then been like, oh, there's three Crichtons. We're going to get three Crichtons in this episode. Wow. You know, I sit there and I spitball a lot of times, like what I'm thinking like is going to happen, and definitely seeing like I said, it looked like Bigfoot. But like, I think I immediately picked up as like the first Crichton to come out, the caveman Crichton is the least evolved. And then, you know, Cranio Crichton is the most evolved, but, you know, most evolved does not equal good. As we can see, is like kind of like the more logic takes over in someone's mind, it's easier for them to see living things as like just a means to an end, where it's not like there's no value perceived there. And especially with a less evolved person, a less evolved Crichton, It's just like, well, that's easy, that we'll just dispose of him. And I knew immediately that that's where they were going to go because they didn't see him as being valuable at all. And then in the end, he was the one that provided the best insight. Now, I would say, and I didn't want to say it during the reaction, but when John said that, I was kind of like, yeah, but like the least evolved, going with like your basic instinct, then you get to an evolved John of who he is today. And he has all this history that has led him to be this person. And then, you have an even more evolved Crichton that all of this goodness has been stripped away. All of the stuff that made John Crichton is gone. And when you have just your I don't know why a sourdough starter is in my head, but when you have your Crichton starter, which is the caveman, that's like all the good instincts. That's all like the fresh instincts. Those are the ones that is the foundation in which John was built on. Look, I don't hide that I absolutely love Crichton. And, every time I talk about him, I think about my fiance. Actually, if you're watching this, he's my husband by now. But when I think about Crichton, he is all the things that I love about humans in general, right? Their kindness, their goodness, their empathy. I love me a smarty pants, but I love somebody who can be, just absolutely untethered by logic as well. There's so many people that that is their main personality one way or another. And John fits in so many of those subcategories because he doesn't just let himself be under one thing. There's an umbrella of what John is. And that's something that I love about him. And, he's not always right. He's not always perfect. He's not always, going to say or do the correct thing. There's definitely I get on Rigel a lot, but the thing with Rigel is that he's very consistent. He, will yell at Zan about her blue ass and, Chiana about her skinny bony ass. And I'm just like, will you treat these women better? But that's Rigel, right? And every now and then there'll be something that John says that just I just feel irritation on the back of my neck because I'm like, oh, I don't like that he said that. And if anything, it just shows that he's human. We keep seeing this evolution of Crichton throughout the entire series, just in the episodes that we have gotten. And I love that Chiana knew to trust, I want to say OG Crichton, but I don't. I guess I have to say caveman. I don't want to say caveman Crichton. I want to say, what do I want to say? He's the foundation. He's foundational Crichton. Foundation, bedrock, Paleozoic era. I don't know. Anyway. Hey. But I love John as a character because one, he's the most human on the entire ship. We know this, but the influence that he has on all of these other characters to become better people, we've seen how he's softened Dargo, and that doesn't necessarily mean it's all John. Honestly, them interacting with each other is what makes them who they are and creates this camaraderie in this family. Now, I still get so irritated with Rigel with let's get out of here and just throw the caveman in there. I don't care who I find that's Crichton. I'm going to put this in the back of his neck and we're going to, sacrifice that one. I hate that about Rigel, that he just immediately lets his fear take over and overrides all of his logic, which is funny because, the other Crichton, he was all logic and wasn't letting any of his emotions in. Heavy Crichton episode. Heavy, like a 3-way Crichton episode. I do like that it was very distinctly evolutions of John Crichton, which is funny because the caveman Crichton, had big teeth and a big nose, and the other Crichton had that tiny little John nose we have, but still had the big teeth. And John has tiny little teeth. And so it's just it was fun to see the look evolve. But then also I kept thinking because Cranial Crichton had like such big teeth and he was having a hard time closing his lips around it, but then he was using like a southern drawl. And like in the back of my head, I was going, what in the Walton Goggins is this? Because it kind of gave a Walton Goggins vibe. I love it. I love that we got 3 very distinct John Crichtons, all of which had like their good points, but definitely I like the way that this one ended. I was like, maybe all 3 have to go in and they have to amalgamate back into one person, and then the little shiny sphere shoots its way out. But I didn't realize that they had to be and remain in the sphere. Ooh. Yeah, I wonder what would have happened if we'd gotten pulled into an interdimensional wormhole. What if that had pulled Moya like into Earth, not into Earth, but like into the space where Earth is located, the universe, like what if that had happened? That would have been wild. I don't want to sacrifice it. I don't want to just be like, well, let's find out. And then, we blow up and Moya's gone and all of our crew's dead. And it was like, well, shoot. And this episode really goes to show like what a great relationship that John and Chiana have, because like she immediately clocked Caveman Crichton as like, that's the John that we trust in this scenario. Like Cranial Crichton, sus, and she knows him very well. And she, I think they have an interesting relationship. It's loving, it's caring. It also slightly crosses the line. Although, I'll say cross the line, the way Dargo was like grabbing at Chiana and like hitting her hand and all that, I was like, oh, absolutely not. I'm not okay with that, but I'm like, nothing I can do about it. Yeah. But like the John Chiana relationship, I'm really glad that they have bonded and are as close as they are, because it definitely, I think, had she not saw value in Caveman Crichton, everybody might be dead. So it's funny because like when her character joined, I just thought that she was going to be like this, irritating teenager the entire time. And she like has so proven to be such a valuable crew member that like, every situation that we find ourselves in, like she always has like a little bitch or moan or groan or like little whine that she does. But like she's always essential to fixing the plan or, like to getting a resolution to any one of these situations, because it could get hairy. Oh, man. Another great episode. I really enjoyed that. Now, I know that the next 3 is a 1, 2, 3-parter, so I will watch those all together, and those I think will be out in January. So I'm looking forward to that. I will be watching those all in one sit down as soon as I have time to do so, because I don't know if you guys know this, but I have a wedding. Yay, me. So I do expect to be busy, but I'm going to have to set aside a good chunk of my day just to have a whole Farscape day. It's going to be great. I'm going to love it. It's going to be wonderful. I can't wait. I'm looking forward to it. But guys, if you want to watch full-length reaction to this episode, it will be available on my Patreon and up to 1 episode early. But in the meantime, like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. What did you think of this episode? What did you think of all 3 Crichtons? I really like the portrayal, first of all. I think that Ben Browder did an amazing job giving us 3 very distinct characters while also giving us all the stuff that we, love about the actual Crichton, the logic, the smarts. And, like when Cranial Crichton said, like, I just feel like all of these things that I've been thinking about for such a long time are just, clearing up and I can see them. And I think, if you get rid of, like, it's like the Dr. Mengele thing, right? Like if you are like so focused on your science and your goal and you don't care what you have to do to get there, yeah, you probably would succeed. You probably figure it all out a lot quicker. Thankfully, John is John, and he's not going to be that way. So I really enjoyed this episode. I can't wait for the 3-parter. It's going to be amazing, but you guys have to wait for that. So in the meantime, guys, I hope that you have, because somebody could be watching this in July and it might not make any sense, but I hope you guys have a Merry Christmas and I'll see you after the holidays. Bye.